So, this is referring to the video I did that was deleted on my other channel of the Barbie with the multiple heads, the Hydra. And the Hydra is the peels or the husks, right? Kind of reminds me of a video I watched one time of Margot Robbie. She was like peeling a peel off, and she was doing a remake of American Psycho. That part where he is doing his routine or whatever. She's a Cancer, and Hydra is the Cancerian deck in the sky. That's where it's located, is in the sector of Cancer. And so that got me thinking, because I know I said in my last video, I'm just trying to figure this out, right? I'm not claiming I know everything, so everything's coming and going in droves, and sometimes I have to revise and still look at things, because, you know, I'm trying to keep it together here. And so, I know I said that I think that this place is created by the dream material or the consciousness of three people. But then I thought of the Jasmine Trio and Nicki Minaj and Monster, the song Monster, which I used to represent the video that I had of Barbie with all of the multiple heads. That's supposed to be the B system, right? The B system is the environment that we live in, the jungle world, or the earth, which is the zodiac, right? The animal kingdom, which is the system. It's the system that we live within. It's not like, you know, the chip and all this other stuff. We already lived in it. Live in it. We are living in it now. We have always lived in the B system. That's what we accepted. But how did we accept that is that we are trapped in the husks or the seals or the shells. Okay, the klipoth of the beast, which is who? It's a person's mind. Or inside of a person's mind, one person's mind. There's a trinity aspect of her mind at the top, but I'm starting to feel more and more that all of the shells, all of the masks that we wear, which have the story already written within it, is the result of one person's mind. So, like, this world is a world of pure imagination, right? So our bodies, all of the material within the dream, and our bodies included, are the result of one person's mind. And so the masks we wear, the jacket that we wear, our bodies, our what do you want to call it? Our Star of David is like we're wearing the imagination or the mind, or the klipoth, the shell, which is a character that has a script already written within it. The word script itself is very closely associated with the word Cancer, the crab, which etches or scratches the disc and formulates the story of everybody's body and script. So, like, the character already comes pre-written and pre-wired, or it's kind of like a vinyl disc, right? It already has all the information on it, and then it gets played by the player, right? Who sets it in motion, okay? And so when we're viewing within the bodies that we're given, or the shells or the klipoth that we're given, we are accepting the role, and we're being overtaken by that role. So this body is not really us, obviously. The character is not really us, but we feel the character's feelings. We live as the character because the aspect of seven, which is the seven chakras, the seven colors, the seven sounds, all of that stuff, is somehow, it's somehow woven into the consciousness of the viewer, okay? Because there's consciousness here out that represents the fallen angels, right? Who are inhabiting the shells or the peels or the husks, which are the bodies that were given. Those beings' consciousness are what's inside of the shells, okay? Some of them, not all of them, but there's a certain amount of angels that came into the dream, or dream shared, okay? Because that's what really happened, is the angels dream shared a interactive dream that involves feelings, touch, sound, smell, sights, the senses. Somehow this dream allows us to feel as if it's extremely real through this archetypal system of colors, sounds. All of it is designed around the chakra system, and the earth has its own chakra system that's superimposed onto the body, so that the body and the environment all cooperate as one story, okay? And so this is how it works. Adam and Eve, I believe, are angels who decided to be among one of the first people to agree in participating in this, the dream share. And so their consciousness is placed in these masks, in these false personas. And so everybody is a false persona while they're in here, but certain individuals are viewing themselves through this false persona and believe that they are this false persona, because that's the design of this beast system, is to trick us into believing that we are the characters. So we forget who we are, and that when we become the characters, we can't differentiate between the character and our consciousness, the consciousness that's foreign to the consciousness that is overtaking us, which is Lucifer's consciousness. All of the consciousness, I think, here is Lucifer's consciousness, yeah. And so that's why they say this is the devil's world, quote unquote, or whatever, because the angels are inhabiting the bodies, or the imagination of Lucifer's light, which is the creation of everything around us. And so, what else do I want to say? Yeah, so in essence, we are, quote unquote, trapped in these bodies, right? They're already scripted, they're already written, they're already playing out. What they play out, we experience it, so that's why we're called the guests or the watchers, because we're watching through the material that envelops us, which is our Star of David, okay? And so the consciousness that is foreign would be the Barbies, which would be the dolls, would be us inside of the dolls, okay? The idols. The idol image is the consciousness of Lucifer projecting its material as the backdrop and the characters. And so majority of the characters are played by Lucifer, Lucifer's consciousness. Anyway, not Lucifer herself, because she exists outside of the dream. So she's a dreamer as well. But she is also projecting the entire material of the dream, the bodies, the environment, the earth, all of that stuff. And then the angels are the ones who came into the bodies, or came into the dream, into our dream, and then they came into the vehicles, which are also her material, that's a part of her imagination. And they give themselves over to their characters, and become their characters, so they method act to the point where they forget who they are. Oh, maybe it wasn't like that at first, but it has become that because of the plot itself is that, we were to forget who we are, and we were to forget common knowledge of what this place is, even though, like, the ancestors left everything behind, and allegories and metaphors and stuff, and the actual explanation of this stuff, the correct explanation became skewed and obscure, and all of these things, like, that became mystified in all of this, and so that was the goal, was for us to refine that out, right? And so, yeah, I don't want this to be too long. If it goes over 14 minutes, I don't want that. Okay, it's not over 14 minutes right now. And so, yeah, this place is a dream, and there's other people within the dream that are dream sharing their consciousnesses within the vehicle, and their consciousness is being woven through the chakras like a snake, right? So, the foreign consciousness that exists within the mask of the projection that Lucifer is projecting out. She's serving. It's also reminding me of that tarot card of the Princess of Cups that I saw on a person's page, where she's like, her dress is throwing out all of these stars. They're stars of David. She's throwing them out. She's dishing them, or she's serving them, right? So she's providing the server of the network, which is all. She's the network that connects all of the other consciousness that's coming into the dream to the main network, right? And how she does that is through the jackets, through the suits, through the stars of David. And so when you are given a star of David, your consciousness, which is foreign to the dream, it gets woven into the chakra system so that it can also feel the outside dream environment part of the dream, and then also connect to the senses of the body so that the dreamer can actually feel the cold, feel the heat, feel the pain, and the sensory stuff is all attached to the chakra system, and the consciousness is getting fed through the vinyl discs of the actual chakras, because the chakras are wheels. And so your consciousness is getting spun through it, or woven through these chakra fields. And then that in your consciousness starts to play the story out that's already written within that body. Okay, I guess this is a revision to the other video that I made, so, I know nobody watched the other video, but it's fine. That's not why I made it, but, it's just a diary. Like, everything that I'm writing is my own diary at this point, because, the goal was never for me to have millions of people see my videos and my writings and all of that anyway. It was just for me to work this through and figure this out, and have a space to do it. And also, be able to, I guess, map my progress and map the situation through current events and all of that stuff, which YouTube is the perfect place to do that, because it has the videos that are attached to current events that I can analyze and then put my commentary over top of it. Okay, thanks.